How's it going, everybody? My name is Dan. I am a guitar player here on YouTube who does primarily fighting game content, but I've been doing these series of reaction videos and breakdowns and whatnot on guitar because I am a guitar player. Been playing for 20 years. And yeah, so we have been looking at primarily Guilty Gear and then Final Fantasy XIV, but we are getting to some Patreon requests, and this first one that I'm going to be doing is from the patron Sam Leonhardt. If you guys want to know how to get your requests definitely heard and in this format, you can go over to Patreon. It's $1 a month, and you get to request songs from a video game soundtrack, and I will do it in this format. I'll take a look at it and, you know, try and play it from ear. So, we're going to be taking a look at Tales of the Abyss, Awkward Justice. Now, I haven't played Tales of the Abyss in like 5+ years. I can't remember the last time I played it. I have a PlayStation 2 copy. I played it like maybe 8 years ago. I want to say at least 8. But I don't remember what this fight is from, and I don't really remember how the song goes. But I do remember that I liked it. So let's go ahead and let's take a listen to Awkward Justice. And yeah, let's get right into it because the Tales of the Abyss soundtrack is just so kick-ass, dude. Like I've listened, I remember some of the stuff on there, and yeah, it's great, especially the opening track, like the opening movie song. But let's go. It's from a band called Bump of Chicken. Just a fun fact. Okay, so we're in D. This sounds like a Guilty Gear song, like an old school. It sounds like something you'd probably hear off Iska. Okay, before we get into all that, let's tune down to drop D. Okay, we're good now because trying to drop D a floating bridge like this usually never turns out well for me. Very cool. We got some MIDI guitar stuff going on, and we have a really cool orchestra going on behind it. Okay, so we're going to be basically in those 3 chords. God, I love the double kicks and stuff, yeah. Now we got the strings taking over the melody. Now it's in double time. So before we were just playing, I don't know the BPM, but we've doubled it. The bass drum is doing double time now. And this is what I mean by double time. So the drums are going in. They're at first they were playing they were just playing it like half speed. The drums were playing while the guitar the guitars and drums were kind of just doing the... Right, they're playing slow, but then the drums doubled their time, their tempo, while the guitar is still playing in the original. So that's cool. It's always cool when the drums do that, as opposed to the opposite, which happens way more common, which is way more common in rock and metal, where the drums start doing the slower tempo while the guitars are the ones going. The guitars are usually the ones that are faster. Not always, but it happens a majority of the time, and it's really cool when it's the opposite. Okay, now we're in E. So the only hard part about this is that the guitars are a little bit more buried in the mix, because when you're dealing with guitars and orchestras, they don't like to mix very well. So it's one thing where it's like, you have to mix it really well to get them both on the same level, or you gotta do one over the other. Like right now, it's only just like lead stuff going on, so you can have the guitars more in the in front. So it sounds like it just repeats. It's a 6-minute song, but it just sounds like they took the first half and then looped it again. Alright, now we're growing up. We went back to E, now we're in F. Now we're back in D. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a minute since I've listened to the Tales of the Abyss soundtrack. But I really like the Tales soundtracks. They just always kick ass, you know? And that was cool. It's kind of, they just duplicate, they loop the song twice. But what's really cool is you have the orchestra. It's like symphonic rock, symphonic metal, I guess you could technically call. But orchestras sound good. This was back in the PlayStation 2 days, back in the day, so this isn't real guitar. If you listen to the actual song, you can really tell it's a MIDI guitar, which isn't a bad thing. It's some people just had to do that. A lot of JRPGs and stuff did that back in the day. But it also makes it a little bit more difficult to mix and a little more difficult to hear, because usually they end up being a little more muddy, in my opinion, than if you played on an actual guitar, especially for the time that Tales of the Abyss came out. MIDI guitar was especially very farty, muddy sounding, but they mixed it well enough. The lead guitar, you can definitely tell it's a MIDI guitar, or it's a sampled instrument, kind of like how people program drums with a fake drum kit. I do it all the time. That's what I've done in my covers. It's gotten a lot better. Like things like shreddage and stuff exist now, and they're really fucking good. But yeah, back in the day, it was really just like a patch on a keyboard, or they had a program for it, so that you could kind of emulate the guitar if you didn't have the ability to record. Because back then we also didn't have what like I have now, which is a VST. So I have I have Reaper open, which is a digital audio workstation, or a DAW, and I have programs loaded up that let me simulate a guitar. That lets me simulate one of these guys, an amp. It's called an amp sim, and it lets me. I'm just plugged in. I'm plugged in wirelessly to a forgetting the name, interface, an audio interface, and that's how I'm recording. It's going right into my computer. And but back in the day, they didn't really have that stuff, or it was very primitive, especially when Tales came out. Tales of the Abyss first came out. But you can definitely tell, like I said, in lead guitars, if you listen to that, whatever the melody is, whatever the melody was, it's something like that. You can definitely hear it. But overall, I like the song. I'm a little bit biased. I really like I like the Tales series. So it's a good song. Thank you, Sam, for the recommendation, or for the request, I should say. And yeah, if you guys want to get stuff like this reacted to, done in this kind of format, however I want to word it, I'll find out a way to word it eventually. You can just go down to the description. There's a Patreon link. If you give $1 a month, you can request as many video game themes as you want, and I will get to each one of them eventually. Right now, I have about 3 others that I need to take care of. 4 others, actually. I have like 4 others, and yeah, if you guys want, you can also leave requests down in the description, and I'll add them to a list and get to those as well. I'm not leaving just the comments out. I'm not leaving the commenters out and all you guys. So thank you, everybody who's watching. This is pretty much the end of the video. You can like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that. Already plugged the Patreon. You guys can go look at that down in the description and see what you want to give or don't want to give, whatever you feel like. And then there's the Patreon. There's the Teespring store, which has our merch, and you can buy that. That helps support the channel as well. And yeah, there's the coldest water bottle. If you want to get yourself this water bottle, they last about 36 hours. If you put ice, I've been using these since June. No problem. I love them. And yeah, if you guys want to get a good water bottle, you guys can get about, I think it's 10% off using my link and my code. And I get a small commission off of every sale that's through that URL. So yeah, with that, that is everything. I'm Dan. This is HurtboxTV. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.